Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Seaside to Superstars. Got a couple of big games for you today, starting off with an away tie against Tamworth in the league. Then we'll be following that up with a home game against Phoenix Sports in the second round of the Build Base FA Trophy. So just a couple of matches played since last episode. We drew 2-2 with Basingstoke. Not a great result. I mean, we did go 2-1 up and then they scored late on. But Basingstoke was sort of mid-table, so we really shouldn't. In fact, they're lower than mid-table, so we really should have been winning that one. But then we sorted ourselves out, and we went on to beat Stratford Town 6-1 straight after. So we booked his ideas up a little bit there. Tremendous game from a few players, hitting 9s or top 8s. So good performance there. We're now going to be playing Tamworth, who are the team that are second, and trying to push us for the title. It's basically just us two now. They are 9 points behind us. They've got a game in hand, so obviously if we beat them today, that'll put us 12 points clear until they play the game in hand. So it'll just sort of cement that 9-point lead. I'm going on the fact that they'll have won that game in hand. I'm expecting them to. So yeah, it'll cement our 9-point lead. Man U's beaten Norwich in the Emirates FA Cup, but let's move on to what's actually important. Who cares about the FA Cup when Skegness Town have got a title challenge again in the Victor Premier Division? I think that is basically my strongest team, to be fair, so let's just go as we are. They're all quite well gelled in the team, so probably why we're playing as we are. This could be an absolutely massive result if we can get a win here. Cement that 9 points. See who the game in hand's against. Obviously we've got a cup run to distract us as well, but never mind, we've got the team that can cope. I'm quite impressed that we've got to this stage of the season and we haven't started losing players yet as well. It was round about now that my team started to fall to pieces last season. Akazan, is it the post? Why did you go for that near post? Why didn't you cross it? I mean, a draw's not the end of the world, but as long as they don't beat us, because that'll help them close the gap. Anything that stops them from closing the gap. A draw keeps it as it is, so I can live with that. Unless we start to absolutely lose players again, like we did last season, I'm very confident that this team can keep on this road and win this division and get us into one of the National League North or South next season. Akazan, cross it. Why do they always shoot from that stupid angle? Any player in real life would have crossed that. Thompson Summers, it's over the bar. I'm wondering if next season we could maybe try to get ourselves a professional status. Maybe start offering out some actual contracts rather than relying on appearance fees and then losing players for free, because we've got a lot of top talent in this team that we could probably make some money on. I just need to be able to tie a few of them down. Excuse me while I have a drink. It's very dry mouth inducing, this football commentary. That's a poor pass from Mitchell. I'm not entirely sure who that were aimed for. Got a guy at either side of him and he played it straight through the middle. Never mind. Veal, Mooney. Easy for McAdams that. You're going to need to do better than that to beat him. He's a world-class goalkeeper. Playing in the Bet Victor Leagues. Another easy save for him. He's getting a little bit too much of the ball for my liking. Mora. Come on, let's have a goal. That's a poor pass again. There we go. Flynn's got it. And he's passed it. What's happening? Why can my players suddenly not pass? This happened in my other series. Just... There we go. That's brilliant. I can't finish it. Ugh. Liam Mora is looking rather tired, so he can come off. They're significantly fitter than we are, which is probably why. I wonder if that's has an effect on the passing. Comedy goal! The goalkeeper's just booted it against Undine. Oh, you do not see that very often. I don't think I've seen that in Football Manager before. Oh, that is quality. That goalkeeper's got to get a bollocking. They'll be complaining that Undine were too close to him. Oh dear me. Right, changes. Cooper's getting a little bit tired. Let's get Flynn off as well. Keeper's come out again. They're offside though. He's lucky there. This keeper's a little bit wayward. He keeps wandering off. McAdams is playing a 7.3. That just shows you. Look at the shots that Tamworth have had. They've dominated us. We've absolutely FM'd them if this finishes 1-0. Spinelli. Yeah, we are FMing the hell out of them. 22 shots, 12 on target to our 3 on target, and it's a goal has been scored from the backside of a guy that was just stood in front of the goalkeeper. I can't believe that goal is what's won us that game. Oh dear, oh dear. But we are there, we're 12 points clear. Obviously they've still got their game in hand, so I'm working on as if it's 9. Wilberforce Ockran scored for Malden and Tiptree in their absolute hammering. Come on, Kettering, stay up. I've got a soft spot for Kettering because I had trials with them when I was younger. Right, build-based trophy time. It's Cup Day, everyone. There's been 125 tickets sold for this game out of 2,000 capacity that we've got. Oh dear, oh dear. Can't wait to start getting higher up the leaves and then we... Leaves leagues until we can make some money, but this is the challenge we've set ourselves, I guess. So Mora is suspended. Ronan Wilson can go in that slot. I want to give a few players some game time with it being the cup. I'm not entirely sure about Keano Robinson, to be fair, because he wasn't very good when he was in the team before. His passing was appalling, but never mind. Let's go for that. I'm not too fussed about this cup. It's not a cash cow like the FA Cup is. I think we got like $3,000 for winning the last round, so it's just not a massive priority for us at the minute. Looks like Tamworth are playing their game in hand. Oh no, this is the league. They must be playing in cup then as well. Where is it? Build Bays, there it is. Yeah, they're playing in cup as well. That's a shame. I thought it was their game in hand. They're 2-0 up already though. And we've hit the crossbar. Phoenix Sports. I think we've played these before. Don't quote me on that, but fairly sure we've played these in a cup at some other point, or maybe even in a league game. Spinelli hitting the outside of the post. We need to start finishing his chances, lads. I don't think every goalkeeper's going to boot the ball at Undine, and he's not even on pitch today, so he's not getting any more of those goals today, is he? Fleming, steer back to Fleming, lumped forward. Mitchell brings that down beautifully. Shoot from range. It's absolutely weak and pathetic. Why are we doing that, Jim Mitchell? McCormick. Phoenix Sports are coming at us now. We've got numbers back, that's good. Wilson needs to be careful. Needs to stay on his feet. McCormick's in. That were close. They played some lovely stuff there to get through the defence. Fleming with a long throw. Spinelli's on the end of it. It's bouncing around. They've managed to get it clear though. That were close. Thompson Sommers. Steer. Wilson tries to turn and shoot, but it gets deflected. Thompson Sommers get it back into the box. Fleming tries to hit it from range twice, and it's absolutely shocking. That's why you're a left back, Fleming. Please stop trying to shoot from outside the area. Come on. fairly sure we've played these before. Well, second half's quiet. We've had 20 shots. And we've managed not to score any of them. That must be a record. I don't know how he's managed to rescue that, but he's done it. McCormick's running all the way. It's a good job Rutter's there, because my defence certainly weren't. Let's have Usher Shipway on and Malarkey. We don't want a 0-0 draw because I think it's a replay, and we do not want fixtures piling up. Players are getting tired. Tamiak hasn't. It's been the worst performer of the front three, so he can come off. It's like a optical illusion here, because these lines are going that way and the lines of the stand are going that way. It makes that box look like it's slanted. Well, that was appalling. Tough result to take. Not good enough. Should be beating them. We've got an extra fixture now, which we didn't need. We've got the third round draw coming up as well. I think it's just the non-league teams that enter this trophy. So I don't think we're going to get anyone big. I think what we're going to do, with it just being a lower league trophy, let's just do a little bit of research. Rules. Does it show you who enters? General competition rules, miscellaneous rules, terracing is permitted. I think the build-based trophy is just a non-league competition. So have a look at the past winners. Yeah, it's just a non-league competition. So it doesn't even guarantee us a day out at Wembley, because the previous ones have been played at Wembley, but they have been played in other places. That will probably be because of the Wembley rebuild, because that looks like old Wembley. Wembley being rebuilt, new Wembley. So it is just a day out at Wembley, really. And it's not a high-profile cup. I'm not going to get any big teams. Darlington, now Darlington. Mansfield. Yeah, it's from conference and down, innit? So if you look at the teams that's still in it, like Dagenham and Redbridge, National League, yeah. So it's just the National League downwards. So I'm not actually going to show any more games for that, to be fair. We've got the replay next. I'll just update you on that one. So we'll come back probably next month. We'll come back for Hednesford and Bromsgrove, so I'll get a few games out of the way. Unless we can win the league sooner, and then obviously if it comes to a league decider, I'll come back so that we can see if we win the league or not. But I think it's looking good for us. We're not playing Tamworth again, so they can't beat us and get above us. They're now relying on other teams to do us, so that's what we'll do. Unless we get to the FA Trophy final. I'll show you the final if we get to the final. But otherwise, it's just not deemed an important trophy for me at the minute. I think that's what we'll do next season. We'll ignore the League Cup and stuff. We'll just show the FA Cup, just to get through the seasons a bit quicker, really. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like down below. If you've got any disagreement or agreement with what I've just said about skipping through to try and get through the season a little bit more, obviously I think the higher leagues will be more interesting and the content will be better, so that's why I want to try and get through these levels a little bit faster. But if you do disagree and you want to see the cup games, by all means do let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please consider a subscription. Turn on your notifications to keep up to date with my FM20 content, and I'll catch you in the next episode.